I think it's a really good first step.
This is one of those things that in the Vietnam War, after they progressively got larger and larger, this is supposed to be the largest one so far. Do you think this helps send a message to the rest of America as far as what some people are feeling? I don't know.
Yes, I think that the media coverage of this event is very important. That I've been around for a long time, so I was here during the 60s in the Vietnam War, and it wasn't until people saw and people realized that they could come. It wasn't just them and their friends in their little coffee house thinking about what they were thinking about. It's a lot of people, and so the media coverage is going to help bring it home to people that there are a lot of people out here who feel like the government is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
You said before they want to spread democracy but aren't treating us like a democracy. What do you mean by that? How can we not?
Because we elected people to represent us, and the majority of them seem to not be buying Bush's policy of sending 20,000 more soldiers into Iraq, and don't even like the fact that the soldiers who are there are staying there instead of being pulled out. And that's what a democracy is. Democracy is when the head of the government represents the majority of the people of the country, and the representatives also represent the constituents of the people of the country. I'm sorry if I'm not being very articulate about this, but I feel like when Dick Cheney says, "What do you do?" They asked him, "What do you do if Congress passes some kind of proposition saying that they don't want to continue Bush's policy of sending 20,000 more guys into Iraq?" And he said, "We'll do it anyway." How can you say that and call this a democracy?
He says he's in command.
He's in command. Bush is the decider, and Cheney is deciding what he decides, I guess. So,
You said you were active in the anti-war movement.
Well, I was in college, and I protested in New York and here, and went to marches and stuff like that. I wasn't, major force behind it, but a lot of my friends were being drafted, and I'm happy that there's no draft. Thank goodness there's no draft. But that's what mobilized a lot more people, of course, to come out because their own lives were in jeopardy. But I think people are starting to get the message that we're all in jeopardy, and it shouldn't be put on just this, 150,000 families. It's not. Why should they be the only ones suffering the brutalities, the physical and mental brutalities of this war, this brutal war, in a place where they don't really want us anyway?
Right. My all-time favorite movie is The Ratings. Very clear about it. This Rogues for Hire.
You never even heard of it.
It's an all-time movie, without question. Soap opera called Bayonne. I love that. But my question is directly related to that. Is what do you think the media's responsibility is right now in terms of actually fessing up to what they did or did not report at the start of this war? I think they have a responsibility to actually say we misled the American people.
You know what? It's great when people take responsibility, but I'm for living in the moment. And if people come on board now and just represent, be honest. Just be honest from this day forward, okay? You weren't honest to begin with. Okay, you weren't honest to begin with. Let's start today. Sins are forgiven. Let's move forward and go into a positive direction.
Fantastic. Thank you. Nunzio's Girls would be a great show. I love that movie.
It's funny.
Yeah.